Guys, just let's give it a couple of minutes and just get started, okay? I'm just logging into the system in the meanwhile. Just give me a few moments. So, guys, hopefully everyone in the class, you have like your account, like the credentials which are created, right? So you are able to access. Is there anyone who's not able to access uh, using the credentials, or if anyone have just missed out? So if anyone is there, just ping your name. I'll just create your account right away. So you can just have a yeah, you can just log in and you can work on it. Okay.
Yeah,
So guys, yeah,
I'm actually a creator for the creation for last class, but so I forgot that password on the. Can you please share me if it's possible again? The share chat.
you just need the password, is it? Okay.
Yeah, Gopi B.
And Karthik, I also pinged you on the WhatsApp. Maybe if you can check if you have created for me. I'm not sure.
Okay. I'll just
And
check that
for
one.
me as well, Kishore also.
Okay.
I have pinged my name.
Okay.
I also ping my name, sir.
Okay.
So Karthik, I'm new here. So first, I don't have any idea. So could you please guide me after this call or before?
Yes, Umresh, just go through the recording. Just one class has happened. So I'll just give a like this is like credentials, okay? So we are just giving away credentials so that you can access or work on the Azure portal. So
Okay, sure.
this one I'll just be sharing it right now. So just watch the previous class recording. If you have like any kinds of doubts or issues, just do ping me, okay?
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Karthik, while logging in, do we need to create a new password?
Yes, a new password has to be created.
Okay.
Roshan, I think your account is not created. I'll just create one. So guys, hopefully everyone's account is created right now. So yeah, if there is anyone whose account is still not created, just to ping me or just type your name at the end of the class. So I will try to create the accounts for you guys.
So, Karthik, you can correct spell my
Oh,
name.
okay. Is it
Elias.
Ublesh? Okay, okay.
Elias.
Sorry, sorry.
Okay, no issue.
This is correct, right?
Yeah, right.
Your password will remain the same. Okay. Just correct. Hi Tushar, this is like the second session. So I'll also like try to explain like whatever we covered in the previous class. So just go through the recording. So if you have like any kinds of doubts or issues, do ping me again. Okay. Okay. So most of the accounts are created. So yeah, in
Karthik,
the
can you
previous
please
class,
Karthik, can you please resend me the Kishore one again?
is it not working?
I switched from mobile to laptop. It was gone. That's all.
Okay. See if you have received it now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Karthik, can you please send me that group AB credentials?
Yeah, I've just shared it. Copy.
Yeah, thank you, Karthik.
Okay, so just discussing about the previous session. So we just had an introduction of what is exactly data and what is the key role of a data engineer and what is exactly the Azure storage account and what is the key difference between blob storage and also ADLS storage. So we just saw that in the previous session, and also I just showed you like how to create user accounts and how you can log into the Azure portal and build or like practice whatever we have done in the class, so that you have a practical experience of the same as well. So this is what we have covered so far in the previous session. So in today's class, we're just going to discuss in detail more. So we had this was the one. Dev is the one which I created in the last class, right? So guys, in Azure, like we have something called a storage account, so which is like necessary in order to store data and if you have like any kinds of files and storages, you can basically store them in your storage accounts. So this is just like how your file system like locally if you have like these amount of data. So typically like storage account is provided by the Azure Cloud Service, and all the like the cloud storage and everything is provided by Azure directly. So you do not have to like store in any kind of physical location or anything. So all the storage and everything is taken care by Azure. So in the previous class, we just discussed about what are the like differences between Azure Blob Storage and also the data lake storage. And also we just spoke about the different types of redundancies, like locally redundant storage, geo-redundant storage, zone redundant, and geo-zone redundant storage. So all these things we basically spoke about, and also we like discussed about the access tiers. So what are the different types of access tiers like hot, cool, and cold? So these are the three different layers or three different tiers of access tiers which you have in your Azure storage. So it is based upon the access and how frequently you use the particular data. So based upon that, you can choose between hot, cool, and cold. So this one also we just discussed in the previous class briefly, and also I mentioned like when you do not check this box, this becomes a blob storage account. So currently will not check this particular box. We'll just keep it as it is because I've just created one ADLS account. So we will also try to create one blob storage account in this particular resource group. Okay. So next is like the networking part. So here we discussed about how safe and secure your data would be, and you can just give like a public access or private access, and you can restrict IPs so that it does not cross the boundary, like it does not breach or no security is breached among that. So this is one thing, and then we have the next thing, which is like the data protection. Like this is basically used to stop and like if any data is deleted, like in order to retrieve them, you have this particular data protection option. So the default retain days which you can have is 7. So more than that also you can have it. So encryption, we discussed about Microsoft managed and also customer managed. If you have any customer managed keys, you can provide them. So finally, we just review and create it. So we just have a error there because we haven't named our particular storage account. So for this, I just give Azure Blob Storage. So this is the one, storage 2026. I'll just give this particular name and let this be in the dev resource group itself. And here I'll just give LRS. So you can choose your preferred storage type, whether it is blob storage or data lake storage. Once you choose this, you can finally review and create this one. So guys, remember that this is not going to be a ADLS storage. It's going to be a blob storage. So like if you remember, I just explained you what is exactly hierarchical namespacing and how we can differentiate between which is like the blob storage and which is data lake storage. So all these things you can just go through the recording once again. You'll have a brief understanding of them. Okay, so finally we are just going to review and create this particular storage account. So currently this is deployed, And if we go to our particular resource, we'll be able to see it. So the hierarchical namespacing for a blob would be disabled, and whereas for a moment. So this is the blob storage, and this is the ADLS storage. So we just open the blob. We'll just also open the ADLS side by side. We just see the comparison. Hierarchical namespacing here would be disabled, and whereas the hierarchical namespacing in your storage account will be enabled. And also here we have an advanced layer like we discussed. You have an option to give folder level or container level access to certain service principals. So you can give file level or folder level access. So you have something called as manage access control list. So which you do not have it in the blob storage. So if we go to the storage browser, so normally you would see the blob containers which are there, but there isn't like any advanced options like manage access control list or anything like that. So basically, you can just generate a SAS token out of for this particular link or give an access policy or any of these different methods, but you will not be able to like give a access control list. So these are the main two differences between the blob storage and ADLS. So since like most of the previous initial people who migrated into cloud, so they were using blob storage. So still we do have blob storages, but ADLS Gen 2 is the most advanced version of the blob storage. So currently, like whoever like the new enterprise data, whichever they store or create, so everything would be there in the ADLS itself. So the preferred storage location would be ADLS. So that being said, right now these two resources are being created. So we'll now move on and create a data factory. So we'll exactly understand what is Azure Data Factory and how it works. And basically, we'll the first and foremost step of the data engineering project is to extract the data from multiple different sources. And for that, ADF mainly plays an important role. So for that, we just need to create a resource called as Data Factory. So you can either go into the resource group and type the resource, or like I mentioned in the previous session, like you can go to the search option here, or you can also scroll down to this create a resource option. So you have like various, you can just favorite bookmark, like create a favorite, and you can do things like that. So that being said, like this is the data factory, and now we are just going to create this one, and I'm going to put this in the same resource group, which is dev. And you can just name the ADF like as it is. Like it should not have. It is not like that it has to have like only one single unique name. So for one Azure subscription, like for example, I have ADF. So if there is another subscription, maybe this is Abdullah's subscription. So if there is another person called as XYZ, if he has his subscription, so even he can name his data factory as ADF. So he has all the rights because it will fall under his subscription and also his different resource group. So this can be done, and you can just give a different give a different name across subscriptions.
Karthik, one question.
Yeah.
Uh, why we have to use ADF? Because Databricks, in Databricks also probably we can read data, right? From the various sources. Then why ADF is preferred over Databricks?
See, large copying and like scheduling and everything. So it is much easier in Data Factory. So compared to Databricks. So previously, like you had to create mounts and do things. So currently, Databricks is also advanced. They have something called as Unity Catalog,
Hmm.
through which, and also they have now built their particular like system in a way that it can also support or like data ingestion from like orchestration and
Hmm.
data ingestion from multiple different sources. So, but like ADF is preferred because it is like easier to use and simpler, and whatever previously was built, mainly the initial few projects who migrated, so their entire infrastructure is still on the data factory itself.
No, but right now, nowadays, if someone asked for data ingestion,
Yeah,
so what will be the
the preferred option would be like Databricks, and also like Fabrics and Synapse. So all are being used right now. So you can
hmm.
use ADF inside Fabric as well.
No, so now if someone asks me what is the preferred option, should we use any data architecture? Should I use Databricks or data frame?
So like
ADF.
Databricks or ADF. So preferred option would be like Databricks. Like ADF would be preferred as of now because still like we do not have like lot of people who have tested the ADF like the Databricks orchestration yet. So that is the reason we still have we just prefer a data factory over Databricks.
Cost-wise, which one is cheaper?
So cost-wise, like your data factory would be a little bit cheaper compared to your Databricks. So that basically uses a Spark cluster, so which keeps on spinning in the background. So it'll take a little bit of like execution and memory as well. So big data processing and analytics, if you are having, like you can just make use of that. So cost-wise, like ADF is relatively lower.
Okay. ADF can be used for both real-time and batch, right?
Yes. Like ADF cannot be used in real time. So it is basically used for processing like data movement and orchestration. So you can also like include both. So it can basically do both. So whereas Databricks, you have that option.
For real-time
And
and batch both.
yeah,
So then basically, Databricks is better, right? Isn't it? I
yeah.
mean, it is. Okay. So are you going to cover
So
that part in the course, a due course of time when you cover Databricks or?
yeah, Databricks will be covered. So once data factory is done, Databricks will be covered.
Mm,
So basically, the main difference is like this is primarily like data factory is used for data movement and orchestration, and like if you have like any kind of much transformation and things, like you can use the data bricks,
No, no,
and
Karthik, my question was not that. I know that Databricks will be used for transformation. I'm saying how to ingest using Databricks, like you are covering data ADF.
yeah, yeah,
Are you going to cover that part in Databricks? That how we can
yeah,
use
yeah,
using Unity catalog? How can we ingest?
yes, yes. So that will be covered. Okay.
Yeah.
So primarily, like here, it involves like less amount of coding. So this is mainly on user interface, whereas
Okay,
Databricks
okay,
you have to have like coding. So that is the major difference.
okay. The PySpark coding you need to do.
Yeah, yeah. PySpark or Spark SQL. So either of
Okay.
these languages you can just use. Like the four languages you can use, like R,
Mm. Ah,
PySpark,
mm,
yeah, Scala. So all these things you can basically use in order to write the logic.
ingestion logic.
Yeah. So guys, just like how we create a storage account. So similarly, first comes the subscription, and next comes the resource group, and followed by that comes the name. Like you can just give a name for your particular AD, ADF, and then you can just choose the region. whether like it is East US or West US, like which is your primary region, you can just choose them. And currently we have the version 2. So previously version 1 was there, so currently we have this version 2, which is the latest data factory version. And also you can upgrade to fabric data factory for a modern unified data integration experience. So we will also discuss or see how it looks like in fabric as well. So then we are going into the Git configuration. So this is where like you configure your repository. So whatever code changes or whatever will you build, so basically it will be stored in a repository. So repository is nothing like but like a library. So where in a library, like where all the books are stored and everything, like you will have separate departments, and like textbooks would be stored for each and every department. So similarly, repository here, you'll have a base repository, and then you will have like various different branches. So you can integrate all those branches, and then you can finally use it in the Git repository. So basically this is useful for version control, and you can push the changes from lower environment to the higher environment as well. So that thing you can just do. So from dev, you can just move the code to the test environment, and from test you can move it to the production environment. So that is where like Git configuration plays an important role. And currently we have two options. Like we can set the Git repository before building, or like before creation of the before creation or creation of the data factory as well. You can specify the GitHub account and also the repository details, or you can just configure these details later on. So what this helps is like suppose you have still not made any development work, but in due course of time, like you have to subscribe to Git, or you're just going to use that one. So once your like initial gathering of the data and initial analysis and initial data modeling is going on, so in those but in those in that time, like basically having a new Git repository created is not advised. So we are just wasting cost. So that is where in data factory you have an option to skip and configure the Git later on. So this option, you can just choose it over here, and we can create it here as well. You just need to give the GitHub account and a repository name and the branch name and all these details. I'll just show it to you. Like once we create the account, I'll just show it to you. Okay. So we for now I've just selected configure Git later, and then networking part again, you can just specify public endpoints or private endpoints, and you can just restrict access to certain IP addresses as well. So those things you can just basically do it, and this is like an advanced option. Like already, Data Factory would be encrypted with Microsoft managed keys. So if you want to have like any of your customer managed key, so you will basically create them, or like you would have stored the customer managed key in your key vault. You would have to give the username URL and also the password for that using the key vault. So key vault is nothing but a place where we store all the keys and values. So if we like generate or give, if we like are able to see the password directly, so anyone and everyone can breach it, right? So like anyone and everyone can see the data. So in an enterprise level, in order to keep the secrecy and in order to maintain like there is no breach of data, so you have these particular key vaults where you store the keys separately and also the respective secrets separately. So you can identify, and once you get access to that particular storage account or any other resources, you will be able to access using this particular storage. You will create a link service, and using the link service, using the key vault link service, you will be able to link to the key vault and get the keys and secrets from the key vault. So I'll show you in detail about these things like once we cover and once we discuss more in detail about Data Factory. Okay, so this is how we create the data factory. And mainly like data factory is like a resource which is mainly used for ETL purpose, guys. So it is used to do the it's called as a ETL tool. So which can do either extract, transform, and load, or extract, load, and transform. So both of these things it supports, like ELT and also ETL. So both it supports. So and it is like a minimal code user interface based tool, and you can basically orchestrate the data. So you can manage the flow of data from one place to another using the data flow. So here, this is the data flow, sorry, the data factory which is created, and using this, you can manage the flow of data using very minimal code because most of the things will be in user interface. So not much coding is required, and wherever you have like small to medium kind of volume of data, in those cases, we use the data factory as data factory, and wherever like we have like huge amount of data and high volume of like petabytes of data or gigabytes of data, so like terabytes or petabytes of data, so in those particular cases we use the Databricks. So basically this cost here is it is based upon the activities, and whereas in Databricks it is mainly based upon the Spark cluster, and also the Databricks units whichever have been consumed. So here we can just schedule pipelines, we can trigger pipelines, and we can just automate everything. So this is how the user interface would look like. So here, once you just go in or log in, initially you would see a setup repository. So this is where like you can again go ahead and set up the repository. So if you haven't configured it before creating the data factory, uh, then there's no issues. You can still create the repository, or you can just log into the repository using the setup repository option here, or you can also go to the manage tab and then go to git configurations and configure the git repository here as well. Okay, so this I'll just show you in the further classes like on how to do this as well. Okay. So this is how the data factory user interface would look like. So there will be a separate window or a separate studio which would be there. So this is called as your data factory studio, and this is like your left pane. So under the left pane, you basically have like these five items. So home is nothing but your like home tab, where you can just ingest like data or orchestrate data. So you can just transform. So this is how the home page looks like, and you will mainly be working on the author tab. So author tab contains all these different resources within. These are called as factory resources. So each are like the main or the key building blocks of ADF. So we'll just discuss them about all of these in detail. Uh, but before that, we'll just go to the monitor section and see how the monitor section looks like. So once you trigger or run a pipeline, so if it is triggered, it will show under the triggered runs. If it is just a debug, it will just show you the debug options here. So here we can just filter it using last 30 days or 7 days. So if anyone has like triggered or used this one, we will get to know. So currently there are no pipeline runs in the previous uh, past 30 days for this particular pipeline because we haven't ran anything on this particular storage account either. So okay, so this being said, so this is the monitor section. So here we have the trigger runs and also the integration runtimes. So what exactly are integration runtimes? I'll just discuss them in detail now, and any kind of data flow debug, and also if you have any kinds of alerts and metrics which you need to manage, you can also do it using the alerts and metrics. So these are the ones which are there in your monitor tab. So you have the home tab. Author tab is where you create or drag and drop all your features so that you use them for transformation. Whereas like your manage tab is like where you manage all these different resources and any of your lawyer information, so all these things like you can basically like store sorry, any of your information, raw information can be stored here. You can just connect and you can store it in the repository as well. So these are the four main things, and we mainly will be like dragging and dropping or creating activities using the author tab. So under the author tab, we have major things, which is pipelines. So pipeline is like like logical grouping of two or more activities, or like it is basically a logical grouping of activities. So, what exactly is an activity is like, for example, copy data is like one activity where it will copy the data from one particular place to another place. So that is the main like activity, or like that is the main activity which uh, 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 that is one of the main or basic activity which can be done. And these collection of activities or a single activity alone, if it is there in the pipeline, is called as a pipeline. So you have a set of activities. So these set of activities can be grouped together, or they can be run parallelly. They can be run sequentially, or they can be run parallelly. So for example, this is the copy data activity. Okay. So this copy data activity will have a source and which will have a sink. So source is from where you are getting the data from, and sink is where you are storing this data finally after you are getting it from the source. So here I can just choose any one of the data sets. Okay, I've not created one. Maybe I'll just create one. You just need to create the Azure account. Okay. So okay, so basically it's coming like we this is your source from where you get the data from, and sink is where you finally store the data to. So this is like one of the activity. So copy data, it will copy the data from one particular place to another place. So you have to specify the source and also the sink. So this is like one of your activities. So here I can just add another activity. So which is like, for example, lookup activity. So I'm just looking up the data and then I am actually like copying it. So if you see this particular two like activities, so they can be combined together using this particular arrow mark. So we have four arrow marks over here. So the one is like on skip. So if there is any skip or anything, like you will just voluntarily skip it. And then we have on success. So if the like if the this particular activity has succeeded, then move to the next activity. So this is what it says. So even if it has failed also, then move it to the next activity is called as your false like on fail. Then finally, once you are this one here is like on completion. So if the pipeline, sorry, this activity is completed, then it will just move on to the next activity. So this is on rejection, this is on completion, and this is on success. So these are the three different like ways where you can actually connect
Can we
one
put
activity to another. Yeah.
two conditions, success and completion together,
Yeah.
or only one has to be put always? Because see, someone has to, if you want to go sequentially, someone has to see if it has been complete successfully, then only I want to go, right? So if
Yes.
that condition is to be done, then I need to check only success, or I need to see completion. Which one?
So you just need to see success there. So if you're not relied, so you're not much worried about this activity. So
Hmm.
either this activity fails or succeeds, it
Hmm.
has to move to the next step. So in that case, you can give on completion. So basically, this activity, whether it is working or failing, so it'll just go to the next thing. So if it is failing, only then just move to this data activity, or if it is only passing, then move to this activity. So these are the three different options which you have. And yeah, you can like sequentially you can have a pipeline. So this is like a sequential pipeline. So
What
on a
is
sequence,
what
this
is difference in success and completion?
see completion is nothing but it either completion is either a success or a failure. Okay, so it is just that that activity has run. So it doesn't care about the state of that particular activity, whether it is success or failure. It doesn't matter. So once it is completed, so the activity is completed. If it is failed also, it is a completion. If it is success also, it's a completion, right? So completion is that one. So irrespective of both, if you have this like activity should be completed.
Okay.
Is it step by step or like see if your
So this
lookup
is
is
like sequential. This is step by step. So
that's what
first,
the
first lookup
one.
will work, and then once the lookup activity is completed, then the copy data activity will work.
That's what I'm asking. And on which state we mention that is go to the next step. See
Yeah,
in the lookup now we are mentioned that if it is fail, go to the copy data. If it
yeah,
is fail means it won't go to the copy data. It should be thrown an error.
yeah. So yeah, if it fails, we can just connect this. We can just connect this to another pipeline. So right now I've just connected all the three to copy data activity. So if it is failing, I can just give a failure error here as well. So I can just give a fail message, and I can just state if it is failed, then just give me a fail message over here. So if it is a failure, then it will go to the fail message activity. So if it is like a
Here
success, then it will go.
lookup is fail. You'll get a message. It is right.
Yeah, yeah. When lookup is failing, then I've connected if it is failing to the fail activity. So here I'll just give a fail message and also some error code. So this will just give me a fail error, or it will just fail the pipeline completely.
Yeah, got
Okay,
it.
No,
so
so here if it is failed, it will stop or it will not proceed. How do you control that?
so if it
So
is failing, so
mm,
lookup is failing, then it will directly go to this particular activity, which is fail activity. So fail activity will be triggered, and then you will have the the fail activity will be triggered. You will have then if it is if this particular lookup is succeeded, then if this activity is succeeded, then it will go to the copy data activity.
okay, so by default you mean whenever it fails, it goes to the fail and stop. It doesn't execute the copy data.
Yeah, it will not execute the copy data activity.
Okay, means I don't need to put any extra conditions in this in between, right? Means
No.
if success go there, if fail go there, nothing. So if it fail, it come to the fail. If it success, it go to the success, and or
Yeah.
else it's yeah. Okay.
Okay, so this is like your sequential activities. So, and also your pipeline can have parallel activities as well. So parallel activity is nothing but I have one copy data activity. So there is no connection between this activity and also the lookup activity. So this is like a separate activity and this is like a separate activity. So I just want to there is no connection between them. So I can either do it sequentially like this, or I can just run the elements parallelly. So the one which is there on the top will get the top priority, and once that is done, the lookup activity will be running, and once that is done, the next activity will be processing. So it
How
can have
many how many we can do at a time, like a parallel?
parallel. You can have like around 5 to 10 activities. You can just do it in parallel.
Mm-hmm. Like how many containers we can like it is 30, 40, 50 or
Like what exactly are meaning?
you are doing one copy data is an activity and lookup
Yeah,
is an activity. How many activities we can do in one single?
you can have n number of activities. It's not there is no restriction on that. So you can have n number of activities. So there is no as long as your logic is getting satisfied. So if your logic is like very complex and it is having like multiple layers, then obviously your like your pipeline will keep on extending and it will have a big pipeline. So if your logic is like very simple and things, so it can be done with fewer activities. Okay, so that is one thing. So this is parallelly you can run, and then you can also run it sequentially. So this is one thing about this one. So you will be like we just need to publish this one, and only then this particular pipelines will be saved. But for now, we'll just discuss on how to ingest the data. So I'll just delete this particular activity. Okay, so this is the activities, and set of activities or group of activities together are called as your pipeline. So like I mentioned, activities can be a sequence, like it can have a connection, or it can be run in parallel. So if it is running in parallel, the first activity which is there on the top or which is there on the leftmost corner, so that will get executed, followed by the descending order. So hope you are clear with pipelines and activities, guys. So hope this is clear. Any doubts on these two, like pipelines and activities so far? So pipeline is nothing but a set of activities together. They can run like sequentially or parallelly. But whereas in like you can just run them sequentially or parallelly, whereas activities are like it'll perform a set of tasks. So it can be either a copy data activity, or it can be a fail activity, or it can be a like conditional activity like if condition or, and so anything can be there. So these are called as activities. So activities is like a work which has been assigned. So whereas a pipeline is like a combination of all these works, so you can have integrate them and you can use them in common, or you can just use collaborations and you can collaborate as well, and then share the changes over the Git repository. So this is with respect to activities. So hope these two are clear with you guys, pipelines and activities. Any doubts so far?
So you have to, when you create a list of activities sequence and can save it, right, with a particular name, and then
Yeah.
can schedule the pipeline. When you schedule the pipeline, right?
Yeah, we schedule the pipeline. We schedule it, and like it can be a tumbling window or scheduled trigger. So it can be either one of these, and then we trigger the pipeline according to the time.
What are other these data sets, data flows?
Yeah, I'll just discuss about that one now.
Okay, okay, okay.
So hope this one is clear now so far. Like what is exactly pipeline and uh, this thing? What is that? Activities, right? So pipeline is nothing but logical grouping of these activities, like a set of grouping of these activities. So it can be like running.
Sequential grouping of activities, right?
Yeah, it can be sequential or it can be parallel. So it is
Okay.
basically a grouping of activities. So this is sequence. So if I'm connecting one to another, it is called a sequence. So if I'm executing them, like if I'm not connecting them, so this is like a one activity, this is like a separate activity, and this is a separate activity. So they're not linked together.
Hmm.
So it can be sequential or parallel. So this one is parallel. So we can have a one which is sequential as well. So a logical grouping of activities is called as your pipeline, and like activities are nothing but a set of work which can be performed. So it can be either a copy data activity or transformation activity, be it anything. So those all are come under the activities part. So next is like your data set. Okay. So if I go to this copy data, so it is asking me for a sort data set. So basically, data set is nothing but it's the reference point or where you are referencing the data to. So for example, I just want to copy data from this particular storage account. So this is my blob storage. So I put something here. I just want to connect to this particular storage account. So in that case, like instead of like he giving me another access of me giving another access, what we can do is
Can't you directly click plus new here and
yeah, we can do that. So just where was I? Just lost my way. Sorry. So which part I was explaining, like
data sets?
data sets, right? Yeah. So data set is like your source point from where you reference the source data. So this is like your source and it is asking for your source data set. So you can just click on this particular new option and you can create a data set. So data factory supports like around 100 plus different sources from where you can extract the data from, or from where you can basically copy the data or get the data from. So here in the Alt tab, you can see all the different sources from where you can copy the data, and you have like separate individual groupings as well. So from where you can like get the fine tune or just get a quicker uh, 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 like uh, a quicker one using the uh, topics here as well and headers as well. So we have the Azure, so all the resources or services which are there in Azure. So all these different things you can basically connect to them, and then you can reference the data set. So for example, I just have data. I'll just upload a file in this folder. So I have the data in this folder. So guys, like I was explaining the hierarchical namespacing. So this is how you can just give the hierarchical namespacing in blob storage. So for example, I just want this particular file in the 2026 January folder. So I've just created a folder name called as 2076 and January. So this particular scholarship.csv file will now be present in this folder directory. But if you see here, there is no folder which is still there. But so I'll just create a container here. For example, input, this is the container. Okay, so this inside this container, I'm having this particular 2026 as the folder, and inside which I have January as the subfolder. So I use this, and then I just create this one, and this CSV file is uploaded.
So
So like
container,
this,
what is this container? Container is a logical or how?
so container, like I mentioned in the last class, if you remember, like it is like your root folder. So you will have a container first and then followed by the folder. So it is like nothing
Okay.
but your D drive. So which is like you have B drive, C drive, and everything, right? So you have like different drives. So like container is like one of those different drives.
Okay.
So under this, scholarship has been created, and this is the file folder path. And like this, you can just replicate like data lake storage, but you have to use the slashes and everything, and you have to like use them like feed them manually, or the programmatic code will also be a little bit complex. So that is the reason like you can go ahead and start using the ADLS itself. And also most of the enterprises right now are using ADLS itself.
So what programmatic difference challenge? I didn't get that part, Karthik.
Which one?
The programmatic, is it programmatic challenge you have to do program? I didn't get that part. Just now you have said that you have to use some programmatic code.
No, I just didn't mention. Like here, you can just replicate. So in blob storage, you just have to provide these slashes, and
Hmm.
you just need to replicate the folder like structure. So whereas in like data lake storage, we do not have that restriction. You can just create subfolders, and you can just have them empty as well, and then do it. Okay, so this is the difference between blob and also data lake storage, so which we covered in the previous class. So I just wanted to mention that one as well. Okay, so now my source here is a blob storage. So currently I want to get the data from this blob storage account. So from this blob storage, this is like a delimited text file or like a CSV file. So I have to select the format of the file as well, and these are the different supported file formats. So you have Avro, which is one of the optimized file formats, and you have like binary file format and delimited text. So it can be comma separated values or tab separated values or space separated. So all these things can be there, and these are called as your delimited text files. Then you have the Excel file, which is like .xlxs file, and also .json, ORC, Parquet, and XML. So these are the three optimized file formats, which is ORC, Avro, and Parquet. So these are like non-optimized file formats. So if you want to like optimize and then get the more performance, you're not worried about the cost, and you just need the performance and the also the storage to be quite lesser, then you can go with any of these optimized file formats. Okay, so right now this we are just selecting the delimited text because we are trying to like copy the data from this blob storage account to ADLS. So that is the agenda which we are now going to do. Guys, just give me a moment. So yeah, we are now going to copy the data. So from the blob storage to the ADLS. So for that, I'm just using a copy data activity, and we need to reference a data set. So I need to reference this particular file. So data factory will not load the location of this particular file, right? So I have to provide the location and like the type of file which it is and all those things. So that is the reason why I need to create a data set. So once I point onto this one, so next thing which it will ask is for a link service. So link service is like a connection string. So basically my currently my ADF is not connected to this particular storage account. So this storage account is different and ADF is different. Even though they are part for they are in the same like workspace, like they are in same Azure environment itself, but there is no connection between these two services. So this is another service altogether, and whereas your data factory is another service altogether. So that is where like link service plays an important role. So link service is nothing but like a connection string. So I can just give a new option over here, and then I can create a connection string between my blob storage and the data factory. So here I can, yeah, currently, if you see here, so this is the link service which we are going to create. So I can just give the name of the link service here. So I'll give Azure Blob Storage link here. So I know that this is my link service for the blob storage. So I can here, if you again scroll down, you see the integration runtime. So what is integration runtime? So integration runtime is like the heart of the ADF. So just like how heart pumps blood all over to your body parts. So similarly, integration runtimes gives you the compute infrastructure, which is completely needed for the processing and also for getting the results. So all the infrastructure like your compute, RAM, and also the resources. So everything is completely provided by the integration runtime. So if you just click on this eye, so you see there is the compute integration used by the data factory to provide data integration capabilities across different network requirements. So Azure Integration Runtime can be used to connect to data stores and compute services in public network with public accessible endpoints. So we use self-hosted integration runtime for private and on-premise networks. So if you are migrating from on-premises or from any private local source or any on-premise source, then we need to use the self-hosted integration runtime. So there are like three different types of runtimes. So we'll just discuss them in the further sessions. But for now, remember that your integration runtime is nothing but it's the heart of your ADF. So just like how heart pumps blood on to the different parts of your body, so similarly here your integration runtime will give you the compute and everything to perform the task and to complete the task.
In the
So
drop down, it gives the other options, Karthik.
if you have another integration runtime like Azure integration runtime, then you will have that option here. So currently, like auto resolve integration runtime is like by default, once you create the data factory, it will be present. So if you want to like restrict access and all those things, you can like create a new integration runtime and you can use that particular integration runtime as well.
From where you create the runtime, new integration runtime.
So you can basically create it from here. So let me just keep this one as it is. So you go to the integration runtime over here, right? You have a new option here. So you can create Azure or self-hosted integration runtime, and you can create your integration runtimes here. So this is like auto resolve integration runtime, which is by default will be given to uh, uh, like uh, sorry, by default it will be provided by ADF itself. So once you create an ADF, this will automatically be present. So suppose if you want to create an integration runtime and you want to ensure that data does not move outside my particular region. So anyone outside from my region or anyone apart from away from this region. So if they do not want to have access completely, so I can just select this particular region, which is Central India, and then I can just create this particular integration runtime itself. And the same integration runtime, I can just use it across the different link service which I build or the data sets which I build, so that there is utmost security and data will not go out of that particular region. So this is
So,
the main thing why we use or create another extra Azure integration runtimes, even though we have a default one.
so basically, normal like in actual projects, you means always it's a new one that needs to be created and then use that one, right? Accordingly.
Yeah,
Now, what is the difference? Azure hosted, Azure self-hosted, something. There are three different options, right?
yeah. I'll just come
Yes.
back to that. We will discuss about integration runtimes in brief in the coming classes. But this is just a overall introduction of how integration runtimes looks like and where you can create them. So once this is done, like like this I said, like is your heart of your ADF, and it gives you the compute infrastructure, like nothing but the RAM and also the storage and everything. So everything will be taken care and provided by Azure Auto Resolve integration runtime. And then comes the authentication type. So how you can authenticate yourself to this particular storage account. So we have like four ways where we can authenticate ourselves. So three ways are present within the blob storage itself. Okay. So if we go to the security and networking part, so these are the security parts which you see. The first one is like the access keys. So like person who's having access to this particular key and also the connection string will be able to access the data of this particular storage account. So he will have access and he'll be able to like once he has this connection string and also the key, he'll be able to access this storage account. So whatever the data which is present in this storage account, he'll be able to access it.
Okay.
And why there are like two keys is like once one key is getting rotated, you can use the other key. Sorry. So while one key is being rotated, so you can use the other key. So basically, you'll store this particular key and secrets. Like this is your key, like this is your like secret. So you will store this particular secret in Azure Key Vault, so that it is safe and secure, and no one like no one else or like no none of the developers, be it junior developers or senior developers, so they it should not be directly visible to them. So this particular code or line of code should not be directly visible to them. So instead, what you will do is you will copy this particular code and then you will store them in your key vault.
How many
So
days?
so
How many days this key is valid? Like any particular time period for that, or
See, this will be valid. There is not until and unless you refresh this one, so it will be valid. So it is like you can also set a rotation reminder as well. So you can set a rotation reminder. So every 60 days or 90 days, you can just set this reminder. So you will get a notification. So based on that, you can just refresh your uh, like uh, secrets.
once it is refreshed, we have to copy again and we have to save it in key vault again.
No, there will be a version controlling, okay, in Key Vault. So we will have like different versions. So once this, whenever there is like a new key which is rotated from here, so automatically the latest version will get updated and you will have the latest version. Like for example, right now I'll just rotate this key. So think this is as think this one as version one. So once I rotate this key, a new key will be created and a new version for this particular key will be created. So I'll just be using the latest version.
It will go only for the latest version. It will automatically take that and it will run.
Yeah.
so this ADF in ADF Azure Key Vault. So if you select the Azure Key Vault, it will you have to mention the Key Vault name, and then it will from there it will automatically
Yeah.
read the
First you
by
have
default.
to you have to mention the you just have to create a link service between the key vault and like this ADF. So even Key Vault is like a external resource, right? To ADF. So first you need to create a AKV link service. So you need to create a Key Vault link service. So here we are now creating a link service for blob storage. So first, similarly, we just need to create a Key Vault for the AKV, like link service for the AKV, and then you have the secret name here, and then you have the version here. So you can just basically use the latest version, or if you have like multiple versions of secrets, you can also use them over here.
Karthik, is there any option that we can automate the key rotation? Like and right now it is manual. I need to go there and rotate, click on
Yeah,
rotate button, right? So
yeah.
can we rotate it automatically that Azure can rotate it?
Automatically, you do not have you do not have an option to automatically rotate this one. So
Okay.
you have to just do it manually, but you can just get a reminder so that you just do it. Yeah, that one you'll get. You'll just
Okay.
get a reminder in like 60 days or anything. You just get a reminder to rotate your keys.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Yeah.
So why the second key is basically provided is like once this particular secret or once this particular key is getting rotated, so I can just use this key and still have access to this particular storage account. So that is the reason why we have like two keys while one is being rotated. So any of the application which is still using this storage account, so they can use the other one and while the new one is getting generated, so it can use the other one. So this is like one way, which is the access keys. So if you have this particular key connection string and key, so you will directly be able to access the storage account. So this is again like you are vulnerable to this one because anyone and everyone who is having access to these keys will have complete access to your storage account. So that is where like we have another option called as shared access signature. So, for example, you are just giving this to a third party or some other different client. You have just shared this access, who should not be trusted with your storage account key, but whom you wish to delegate certain storage account resources. So they're just doing it for an audit purpose or anything. So in those particular case, you can like fine tune and give them specific uh, level of access. Like you can give it to certain containers. So if I have like input as a container, so there will be output as one more container, and there will be, for example, say uh, 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 these different containers would be there, like input, output, all these things. Like there will be different containers. So you can give them, you can give the container access, or you can also fine tune and give object level access as well. So these are the allowed resource types, like various resource types. So the entire service means all the containers within this service, I will be able to do it. So if it is only specific to this, only this container, so which is nothing but input container, then I can just choose the container option. And again, here I can just give him allowed privileges, like I can give him certain privileges or high level privileges. So it depends upon the role. So you can give a read permission, write permission, delete or list, add, create, update, process, eliminate storage, sorry, immutable storage, permanent, delete. So all these things are like your different permissions which you can basically give. So I just want this person to only read the data. So I'll not give the rest of the access to them. I can just uncheck this box and I can just give only necessary, like only necessary spendings or anything which is necessary. Only those things I'll be able to do it. This what like which is necessary. So I'll be able to do it. So here I'm just selecting only read. So read means that he'll only be able to read data from this storage account. And also you can set a time duration like 1 or 2 hours or 1 or 2 days. So after that, even if they are trying to access the storage account, they won't be able to do it. Okay, so you can just set up a expiration start date and an end date. So if you are still forgot and if you are like pissed off anything, like you can just ask the like support team to like extend this one, or they can just delete your SAS token as well completely. So these are the ways where you can just generate your SAS tokens, and this is like highly advisable because your data is not vulnerable, and you are also giving like fine-tuned access so that like not much changes are made into your pipelines or containers. Okay, so hope this one is clear, like shared access signature and also the access keys. And one more main thing is like the IAM, which is access control management. Sorry. Uh, Okay, so I was just discussing about the AKV. So once we select the version and everything, here we can either enter the storage account name manually and give the storage account key, or we can also choose from the subscription. So you choose the subscription one, and then we just select the blob storage which we need. So currently I've selected which one is the new blob storage we created. Let me, oh yeah, this is the one. Azure Blob Storage 2026. Okay. So let us just test the connection. So basically, what link service does is it's just like you are entering the connection information, so that ADF is able to read the data or copy the data from this place to the destination place. So here, basically, you are just working as a driver. So you just drive the data from one place, and then you put the data into the, like, you transform the data and then finally put this data. So that is where it is. So we just seen that the connection is successful. So now we can just create this link service. So guys, if you see here, once I've created the link service, so only then I'm able to see the path, file path details. So I see the container, I see the directory, and also the file name. So I have all the three. So input is my container, and then this is my subfolder, which is 2026, and under this I have another subfolder which is called as January, and here is my actual actor who's present, which is the scholarship dot CSV. So here I can just choose this particular file, and if you see this file path is being like I'm specifying this particular file path, and once you are connected to this, you will be able to locate or create any data in the file path. So this particular scholarship.csv file. So now we are planning to move it to the Databricks cloud. Okay. So this one is how we create a data set. So we are just clicking on OK. So data set is now created, and we can also see the preview of the data using the preview data option. So currently we have 3 records in here, so we are able to see all the 3 records which are here. So this is your source case. So we basically built a data set for the source. That is nothing but we pointed into the blob storage. So before we did that, we just needed the integration runtime and also the like we just needed the integration runtime and also the link service in order to fetch the data. So this is your source part, and then next is like your sync part where we are going to move the same data into ADLS path. So I just want it into CSV file itself. So clicking on continue, and just need to create a new link service for like uh, ADLS. So the one which we created is for blob storage. So the one which we are now going to create is for ADLS. So again, similar information you can give. So since this is falling under the same subscription, so I can just give the username or like the storage account name directly, and I can authenticate myself. Where is blob storage, man? This is not. Which is the storage account? ADF.
It's I think the name. It's Azure AD East. Should I give you the ping you the name?
Oh
Control
yeah.
C. Let me ping you.
Dev. This is the one, and yeah, this is the one.
This,
Storage dev. Okay,
yeah, I
got it.
pinged you.
Thank you. You have selected the correct one only, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I've selected the storage account, and I can test the connection. So I can either do it this way, or I can just enter them manually. I'll also show like how to enter them manually as well. So this is the storage account details. So clicking on them, and here this is our storage browser. So before that, we just need to copy the URL.
From where you got the URL?
So guys, URL before it was actually present in the main page itself, but right now it is not present. Okay, you just need to give this this particular format. Okay, so you just need to give the storage account name and dfs.core.windows.net.
Okay, but if let's say means there is no way we can get this from the blobs DLS storage details.
So
You missed a
previously there was
colon.
an
Yeah.
option, but now I think they've disabled it. I'll have a look on it. Okay. So previously here itself you would have an option to copy the URL. But currently I don't know where they've just migrated it. I'll just have a look on that. If
It
not,
should
I'll
be there,
also
or
just check.
else
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. So one place where you can get again is like you can use the shared access signature, and you can get the URL from here as well. So you can just try generating a sample SAS token. So if you're generating here, so this will be again your URL again. So this will be your blob URL, and if it is data lake, so this is like a blob URL. So if it is data lake, it will be dfs.core.windows. So .net. So here it is blob.core. This one. So there it will be DFS. So that is the difference. Okay.
Why? But okay, DFS. But it should be somewhere when
Yeah,
because
yeah. Previously it was there, but I'm not sure like where this option has gone. I'll just have a look on this. So previously in the main part itself, you were able to see copy title. No, here it is not there. You had an option to copy the URL from here. Let me just check if we have any options here. Okay, so I'll just get back on that. So just do drop me a note. But this is how the storage account name look like. Okay, basically. And now I have the access key. So this is my key. I'm just copying one of the storage account access keys, and I'm just entering it directly over here under the storage account key. So let me test my connection. So it should be working fine. So yeah, the connection is successful. So now I'm just creating one for the this thing. So currently I do not have any file path or directory created. So I'll just put output as the directory, and sorry, as one of the containers, and inside this I will mention 2026 as one directory. Let this be. So we are just trying to create this particular folder path.
and file name not needed.
So currently it's saying that this is not found. Just keep it as none. Just keep it as none and then keep it as it is. Okay. So the file name will automatically be taken. So it will take the same exact file name, and then you have the copy behavior. So like we have these kinds of different. Uh, okay, just give me a moment. Sorry about that, guys. I just have a terrible cold. So
No problem.
so guys, we have these different options. So basically, what this does is like the copy behavior. So these are the different options. So flatten hierarchy will flatten the hierarchy. So for example, here we have so in the input, this is my container. This is how it is there in the source. Okay. So input, and then I have 2026, and within that I have the January folder, and within that I have my scholarship file. Ignore if the spelling is incorrect. Okay. So this is how the like source would look like. So this is my source hierarchy. So in flatten hierarchy, what will happen is so in flatten hierarchy, what happened is like it will ignore the source folder structure. So if this is the source folder structure, so it will just mainly ignore it, and it will just give the so we have just the output folder right now. So inside that I'm not built any directories or anything, like it is just the output folder. So what it will do is it will basically give the same file name, and it will just copy it over here. So this is like a flatten hierarchy. So preserve hierarchy, what it will do is it will preserve the hierarchy as it is. So here it will go, instead of the input, it will go to the output folder in the destination. So this is the output folder which is there in our destination, and followed by that it will follow the same folder structure, which is 2026 January and scholarship. So I can just preserve the hierarchy. So this is one way, and then the merge files is like if you have like multiple file sources, like for example, you have file 1 and file 2. So here itself, I have like file here only scholarship 1 is there. So here, if I have another, maybe a date column with scholarship 2, so this is another file. So basically, merge hierarchy. So this is your preserve hierarchy. So merge hierarchy will merge these two files. So instead, you will just get a merged CSV with merge.csv, which is just a combination of.
And it will be flatten hierarchy or preserve hierarchy.
So this is like a merge hierarchy, right? So it will be merged. So basically, both the files will be merged together. So it will
Both
not,
together.
yeah,
It will,
the folder structure, it will not have any impact. So it combines multiple sources files into one single file. So this, and whatever destination source you give, so it will have the destination source hierarchy itself.
so
So it
basically, it
will
will
only
create
store,
under.
yeah, it will be like flatten hierarchy itself.
Oh,
It will merge the file and it will give you a flattened hierarchy.
okay. That was my question. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so these are the different copy data behaviors which we have. And for now, I'm just giving it as preserve hierarchy. Let me also just keep this one as it is. Okay. I'm just giving the output as the directory and nothing apart from that. Sorry, as the container and nothing apart from that. And I'll preserve the hierarchy. So whatever is there in the source. So this is our source hierarchy, which is nothing but input 2026 January and then followed by the file name. But here we just have the output, and then we'll just give the copy behavior to be preserve hierarchy. And here, instead of giving the file extension to txt, we'll give the file extension to CSV. Okay, so these are the things which we are setting it up. So only the source and sink are the mandatory fields when you're performing a copy data activity. So basically, copy data activity will copy the data from your source to a sink. So source can be your multiple different sources. So it can be from any of these different sources from you can create the data from. Okay, so this is the one, and then you are finally syncing where you are putting the data here. So we'll just name this particular pipeline. So we'll just name this to blob to ADLS. So we are just moving the data from blob storage to ADLS. Okay, so we'll just validate this one. So if there are no errors within the pipeline, or if you have missed adding any important fields, so once you validate it, if any of the field is missing or anything is missing, it will just show up here. So currently I've just given everything in order. So it is not giving me any errors, or it is valid right now. So here I have like two options. So either I can just do a debug or I can do a trigger run. So debug is like a test run. So like before publishing this particular pipeline, or before my changes are made, so in development environment, what I'll just do is I'll just test whether this particular copy data activity is working fine or not. So I might have like different like transformations after that. So I just need to validate whether this copy data activity is working fine or not. So before like triggering the pipeline or publishing the changes, so I to test my logic is working or fine or not, I can do a debug. So trigger test runs of current pipeline without publishing your changes to the service. So once you publish the changes, it will be stored, and you can access all the things in the ADF. So if you do not publish any changes, and if you close this data factory, so again, if you open this data factory, nothing will be visible. So so it is good to do a debug before you publish the actual results. Okay. So now we are just going to do a debug now. So we are debugging the data. So once you do that, if you click on this is your copy data activity. If you click on the outer canvas over here, so you will be able to see the output column. So under output, you will be having three different sets. So once this completes, I'll just show it to you. So currently this is in progress, and yeah, it succeeded. So if you see, this is your input, which is your source, which is coming from blob storage. So from blob, it is reading this particular file, and then it is finally copying or reading this file to the destination. And once you click on the I symbol here, you will see like what is the data written, like how much is the bytes, and what is the throughput, meaning that how many bytes have been copied in one particular second. So you can see all these information over here. Okay, so this is how the copy data activity works. And now let us just confirm if our storage account has got that file or not. So we are clicking on the blob containers. Here we have output as a container which we created today. And within that, we have the scholarship file. So the copy data has actually worked, and we are able to copy the data as it is. Okay.
Karthik, if I want to create a directory in this output folder in the ADLS, then I can do it through ADF. I have to
I
do
can
it
just
manually.
use the data set itself. So I can create it here itself. So I can just mention the directory and everything over here directly.
Okay, okay, okay. I mean, right now it is not created because we have not mentioned it as
Yeah.
anything in the directory folder.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay, guys. So I hope the copy data activity is clear. Any doubts so far of whatever?
One thing, can I quickly share my screen and show something? You just created it, right? So just want to see where I can see it. So you have created if I see my screen, Karthik.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the output was created on this one, right?
Yeah.
So where I can see the file,
So go to storage browser on the left side.
storage browser, right?
Then go to blob containers. So
The
that is
block
the matrix
containers.
on the left side. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Output. This is out. So it's under the output. Okay. This is the input one, right? Or
This is coming from the blob storage input folder to
Mhm.
the ADLS output folder. So we are copying the data from blob to ADLS.
Okay. So this is the one that you have created by default. You have mentioned the okay. Okay.
Mm.
There is one thing, something over I saw here. It's open in Explorer. Then it opens the Azure Data Explorer, right? So what is
Yeah.
that?
So that is something like similar to your file explorer. So just like how you have file explorer in your data, so similarly you can just have like storage explorer. So you can just sign in with your Azure account here, and then you can just manage all the storage accounts using the storage browser. So instead of going to the user interface, you can just use this application, and it'll be easier. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So
So
whatever
this.
you can do in the user interface, you can just
Mm.
use it, do it in this particular application.
So generally you use this one or the user interface, means which one is
This
basically.
one is used. You can with like if you do not have multiple storage accounts, then it's good and fine. So if you have like multiple storage accounts, like then using the storage browser is advisable. Because like using the user interface, it sometimes becomes confusing.
So let's say if I want to sign in, how uh,
Yeah, just give Azure only. That's all.
Azure, right?
Then click on
Okay.
the drop down and then click on next. Now you just need to use that email address which I gave you and the password. So once you sign in with that, whatever the storage browsers which you have access, you'll be able to see it there.
Okay, okay. So they using this account, right? Username and password here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. Just stop here.
So hopefully, like whatever we have covered so far, you guys are clear, right? Any doubts so far, guys, on whatever we have done so far?
Yep.
I have one doubt. Like
Yeah.
in copy behavior, like there are three, right? Like flatten hierarchy, preserve hierarchy,
Yeah.
and merge hierarchy. It's completely like it's just only the file structure, right? It's completely related to only the file structure, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
In
contents inside the file, it will not do anything to that. So merge files will basically merge the contents of multiple files into one. So whereas flatten hierarchy and preserve hierarchy will not do any much changes onto the file, it would only be the file the directory structure will have an impact. That's all.
like in merge files, the schema is also will have impact, right? Little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
there, yeah, schema impact.
Like header handling and schema impact, all these things will be there.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
basically if the files two different files are exactly same, then only we can go for the merge, right? Or else it's not possible, correct?
It is possible, but it will not give you a right intended file. So it will give you a corrupted file, basically.
Yeah, so basically merge file will only work when there's a
See, when
Similar
you have like a similar kind of data set and it
structure.
is
Yeah.
very, the target requires like one single file with a small
Mm,
data set. So in those particular cases, you can have the merge file.
mm.
Guys, we'll just quickly take a 5 minute break. So if you guys have any doubts, we can just connect after the break. If not, we'll just wrap up for today. We'll just continue next things on the next class. So just give us five. It's 12:45 right now. Just take a 5 minute break and we'll connect back at 12:50. Okay.
Okay.
So hi all, I'm back. So any doubts or questions you guys have, you can just ask me.
Karthik, not a doubt, but could you please add me to this subscription? Actually, I was having a subscription before, but the trial period ended, so I would like to have the subscription.
Okay, sure. So is your username created, Rahul, or
No, it's not. It's not created.
Karthik, one
yeah?
thing, if you just quickly allow me to share, I was trying to configure that this Explorer. So
One
if you
second, I'll
see,
just
yeah, sure,
creating the account and I'll just do it. Okay,
sure.
just looking on the screen. Yes, Rahul, I've just created the username, and yeah, now
Yeah,
you can share it. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so I have to sign in with Azure, right? So now
No,
if you
no, no.
see
You
here,
do not have to sign in again and again. Just close that one. Just click on the attached containers. So you see the storage accounts on the left, right?
storage accounts,
Yeah.
yes.
Click on the attached containers below. So click on blob containers.
Yeah, I clicked.
Currently it is not synced, I guess.
Now see what I did. I go here. Okay,
Yeah, you signed in, right?
I am signed in. So from here only I'm clicking. Okay.
Mhm.
So do we need to have any tool stored? Not
No, no,
needed,
no.
right?
This is the tool directly. You just need to sign in again. So once you are able to sign in properly, you
Yeah,
should
I
be
mean,
able to sign in.
I'm already
For
in
this,
this
please sign in to attach the resource using SAS, it says. Maybe just try signing in again.
this one with this one.
Yeah. Click on sign in with Azure. Yeah. Now, just click on this drop down, see what your options you have on this drop down.
Nothing. Nothing coming.
Okay. Okay, then click on next.
Click on next.
Yeah.
Next. So again, the same process, right? I have to authenticate.
Okay.
Just give me a second. I'm just authenticating. So this browser is generally used for kind of checking the file and validating. That's it, right? Nothing
Yeah.
else. You can return to storage. Actually, you might need to authenticate again if you close this browser tab
Okay, just go to storage account now.
here.
Yeah, you're now signed in.
Okay,
Click on
this is
Open Explorer.
Open Explorer.
Down.
Oh, version. Oh, so you can have it installed in your local also, right?
Yeah. This is your local one. It now installed in your local machine itself.
No, it's not installed here. It's saying install now.
Okay.
Okay, so here Open
Click on your
Explorer.
Explorer. Yeah. Now you see that storage, like Azure storage. Now you'll be able to see the storage accounts.
It's loading nothing, right? Okay, so this is how, right?
Mm.
It
So
shows the
you'll be
file.
able to see the file here. Yeah.
Okay, not the data inside it, right? Just the file.
No, yeah, just the file. So if you
Okay.
want to see the data, like you can see the preview of it. You have the
Mm.
preview at the top, and you can just see
Mm.
the preview of the data.
And from here also we can create. It looks like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can add.
You can
So whatever
download, you can do
uh,
everything. Yeah.
I create from here, it will sync to the means it's a local. It will be some. Let's say if I have a local version installed, and
Mm,
whatever I do it will sync into the server, right? Means it will
yeah.
show. Okay.
So if you try to upload or delete any file from here or anything,
Mm.
it will say stop. So if you change the tier and do anything and everything, like whatever you do it here, it will just reflect.
I think you cannot change the tier, or you can change.
You can just try doing that. Maybe, yeah, check and see if it is working. If not, maybe you might be having restricted actions. Yeah.
Okay.
Karthik, I have one question regarding ADF.
Hmm.
So, like when we create the pipeline, right? At the time of creation of pipeline, we create the data sets, right? At the when we setting up the source and sink, right? So, is it good that we have to create that time, or we can create that linked service and data sets before creating the pipeline? So, what is the recommendation basically?
So guys, if you have like multiple sources, for example,
Mm-hmm.
like you have MySQL itself, so that is your single source. In MySQL itself, like you have like 10 databases from where you are
Mm-hmm.
connecting. So in that case, like it is not advisable for you to create a link service for all these 10 databases. So here what we can do is we can use parameters and we can just build one direct connection string to one source, that is MySQL. And inside MySQL, I can like randomly connect to any database and copy the data from that particular table. So if this is my scenario, then I will design or I'll create a link service beforehand. So and I'll not just use it while creating the pipeline. So I have to be sure. So I just need to be sure about my inventory. So
Mm-hmm.
and I have to take decisions and calls based upon that.
Okay, okay. And Karthik, you said that that dynamic that particular linked connection can be dynamic. So
Yeah, it can be
parameterized. So
param.
so how we pass the value for that parameter on at runtime? Like there
Yeah,
will be a
while we are
configuration file.
triggering, while we are triggering, we can just pass them while triggering, or
Okay,
you can also hold the information in a config table, and the details will be taken from the config table. So I'll just show you, like we'll like practically discuss on how we implement parameters and those stuffs.
okay, okay. Understood, understood. So it will be similar like what we are doing for SSIS. Like we have the table based configurations, right? And
Yeah,
then we set up that table. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, so any other doubts you have?
Yeah, so Karthik, where can I get that pre-study recording or last week recording?
Yeah, Umlesh, like, who is your recruiter? Is it Varshini or?
Yeah, Varsini, yeah.
Okay, just ping Varshini. She just give your email address. So whoever
Okay,
do not have access, just ping Varshini. She'll be able to give you access. So to that particular folder.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm still not the owner of that folder, so I'll
Okay,
not be able to give you access. So you can just ping her, and she'll be able to provide you access. Yeah, you can access the recording as well as I've given you the username and password. Just save
okay.
it, and you can just try logging in.
Yeah, then only I can
Yeah.
proceed on it, right? Yeah, thank you.
Karthik, like during practice, like if I got any doubt, then how can I communicate with you? Because in the community channel there is no option to put the message.
Like I think separate chats should be created, but
Mm-hmm.
since you are from different branches,
Mm-hmm.
I think it is not in sync. Maybe
Okay.
like yeah, I'll just ping my number here. You can just personally ping me. So it is for all of you guys. So if
Okay.
you're not able to directly connect over the community or the group, just do ping me on this WhatsApp number. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Karthik.
So, and hopefully, guys, everyone are able to access the accounts, and none of them are pending, right? So everyone have got their account details. Is there anyone pending who does not have an account got created or anything like that?
Yeah, Karthik, so I have not created yet. So once I
Yeah,
get the
like I have given you the credential, Umresh. Like, yeah, you just try to access that one. Yeah, that's it. So go to portal.azure.com, sign in with the email address and password, which has been given in the chat. So just copy
okay.
that, go to portal.azure.com, sign in with the username and password. It will ask you to reset the password, set your new password, and then follow the authentication process. So you just need to install the Authenticator app and then follow the process.
Okay.
Okay, any doubts? You can also get back and check the recording as well.
Thank you.
So just try pinging me your name. I'll just see if I can just add you. Okay, just ping me your email address in the chat. Let me just have a quick look if I can add it. Any other questions or doubts anyone have?
No. Karthik, tomorrow will be class, a session, or
Yeah, tomorrow there'll be session. So only the like last week I was out of town, so I was not able to conduct it on Sunday. So tomorrow we'll be having the session at same time, 11 o'clock.
Okay.
So if time permits, like we'll just try to cover more things tomorrow. So maybe we'll just do two sessions, like 1 hour 15 minutes, and later on like another 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay. So just that I just get some break because I'll be having the continuous classes. So maybe we just take a break tomorrow and then we can just continue for a little bit longer.
Karthik, we cover the error handling and optimization as well, like
Yeah.
later on in the later classes?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So Karthik, everything we are going to work on this Azure portal, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just asking that just because of my laptop having restrictions to download something else, because there is a like what can say, like virtual desktop is there, so we cannot download manually. We have a
Okay.
software center, so
Okay.
we
So
just
these things like you can do it. Only the thing when it comes to on premises, so we'll be actually working on SSMS. So only that thing you will not be able to do it practically, but the basic things and everything will remain the same. Only the connection details, like the integration runtime for that will change.
yeah, right.
That's all. So
Okay,
rest
fine.
everything will remain the same.
Okay.
So need not worry much. You can just use the like website itself and yeah, do major things on that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys. If we do not have any further questions, we'll wrap up for the day. Have a good weekend and wish you all a happy new year once again. Have a great year ahead and yeah, see you all in tomorrow's class.
Yes, happy New Year to you as well.
Yeah,
Thank you.
same to you,
Thank you.
Karthik.
Happy New Year.
Good day.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you.